So, I walked out of my job a month ago. Just over a month ago, I left my job. Walked out. I've done a lot since then. It feels like it was fucking 3 months ago that I walked out of my job. I walked out of my job on the 15th, rented my car the same day. The very next morning, drove here. Well, it took me 2 days to get here. So, the 18th I got here. The 19th I looked at this place. And the 20th I got this place. So, within 5 days of me leaving my job, I had my place here in Calgary. I mean, it was a logistical nightmare in my head. But since I've been here, I mean, like, sure, got the place. I had to drive back to Vancouver, fucking take the rental car back, fucking pack up all my shit, rent a U-Haul, fucking pick up the U-Haul, fucking pack all my stuff into the U-Haul, and then drive here in, a 12-hour, 10-hour fucking epic U-Haul drive, unpack my stuff, and take the U-Haul back here, and then I was living here. So within 2 weeks, basically, of me walking out of my job, I was living in Calgary, which was unbelievable. I didn't think it would work out that way. I didn't think that everything would fall into place, but it did. And since I've been here, I've walked all over the fucking place. I'm discovering new stuff, looking up stuff on the internet. Every single day, I've walked north, south, hours and hours and hours. I've walked around here, taking lots of pictures, filming a bunch of shit that you don't care about. But, for me, it's like, whoa, look at that, a thing. So it's all good, right? I have the benefit of unlimited leisure time. So, if I want to, play video games all fucking day or not go out or, whatever, I can do it. It's fine, right? It should be fine. It should be fine, right? Because I don't have to work. I don't have to do anything. But the other day, my last video, I'm having these fucking thoughts in my head as I'm filming. And you could there are moments, it's like when the train goes by, then I'm walking up the train, you can hear it in my voice. There's something going on in the old fucking dome, right? And the thing that's going on in my dome is a question. A question that I started asking myself. Once I realized, after I got home, I realized what the question was. Now what? Now what? I've done what I needed to do to fucking be here. I've made so many different plans and they've come to fruition, and I did what I needed to do. All of the work that I did back in Vancouver, it's now manifested itself into me sitting here in my apartment in Calgary. Fine. And before I did this, I had stress about fucking doing this. It's like, oh, how do you drive to another city and get a fucking apartment? How do you? Oh, I gotta get my pills. I gotta get my fucking. I gotta make sure that. How do I get a doctor? How do I? Whatever. But now that I'm here and it's all been done, it's like the stresses that I had in Vancouver, I've just picked up from the the things that were stressing me out about moving here and moved them to aspects about being here. Like, you know, how much do groceries cost? Keep checking my bank account, you know, like, I gotta spend money on this. I gotta gotta watch my spending because, like, I don't want to spend too much money because all of this stuff is irrelevant. You know, it's like, maybe, oh, fuck, I gotta get coffee filters. How much does that cost? This never bothered me before. But now I'm sitting here and, like, taking stress that from other things that in my life, because I'm so used to being stressed out about shit, I just move it on to something new. Some new fucking issue. Like, I have fucking these strange fears about completely unpacking my clothes and stuff like that, because it's like, what if I have to move in a year? Well, what if I decide to move somewhere else, or maybe I should move somewhere else already? Haven't even been here 3 weeks already. I'm like, oh God, maybe there's somewhere else I should move. Because, you know, I'm not happy not having a plan. I have to have a fucking plan of something. But, you know, so there are all these moments that I should be sitting here being happy. But then, of course, my brain, the old fucking single gear freewheeling up there, has to ask the question, what next? What are you going to do next, Jeremy? What's next on the list? Should I get a job? I don't need to get a job. But, like, I think, well, maybe I should get a job, you know, because, you know, it's not fair that, you know, leisure time should be a reward for something, you know, like, you know, you should have to, leisure time should mean something, because without work, leisure time is just all the time. So I don't need to get a job. But my head's like, maybe you should get a job, Jeremy, fuck, because, you know, what are you going to do? You know, starting my fucking, like, old hobbies back up again. Like you can see over here, I bought some white card, and I bought a new lamp, and I got my ring light over there. I'm taking photographs of fucking my Roberts. Got lots of Roberts, and I enjoy taking pictures of them and editing them. And I'm like, now I'm thinking, like, maybe I should get better at photo editing and stuff like that, and maybe I should get a better photo editing software and stuff like that. So, you know, I'm kind of like grabbing back at old things that I used to like doing, like reading. Like, I didn't read when I was fucking, for like years. I didn't read a book because there was just no time. I'm working night shift. I have very little time in the day to do anything. I'm not going to sit down for 2 hours and read a fucking book. I needed to, like, every moment that I was awake, I needed to be like, oh, I gotta fucking be doing something. I gotta be out. I gotta be fucking doing something, because, like, I can't just be sitting there wasting my fucking time, even though I did waste a lot of fucking time. But yeah, so I'm reading. So at night, before I go to sleep, read for a couple hours. It's so fucking nice to just click away and travel into another universe without, you know, having to stare at a fucking screen. So I'm reading, you know, taking pictures, thinking about fucking buying some art supplies and painting, doing some painting that I used to do before. Art. Fucking getting the art going up there, doing some art and artistic things like that. Candid photography, you know what I mean? No. Art. But, like, I've been planning shit for so fucking long. For so many years, I've been planning this that, like, I feel guilty that I'm not planning something. Like, it's like, well, you gotta be planning something, Jeremy. Your whole life is fucking planning shit. You better plan something. What's your plan? What's next? I mean, okay, here's a plan. I'm going back to Vancouver in September to visit my parents and my sister. And just to go back. It's like $150 return flight from Calgary to Vancouver. It takes like an hour and a half. it's part of me's thinking like I don't need to go back. I don't need to go back. There's nothing for me there. What am I gonna do? I'm gonna go with a backpack. It's not like I can buy anything, but I'm gonna go stay a couple weeks, go with my sister to thrift stores, hang out with my parents, fucking, whatever I need to do, just go on the fucking same shitty walks that I complained about fucking a month ago, 2 months ago, year ago. Do the shit that I did. It's almost like I'm not going back for me. I'm going back for the people that are there. If that makes sense. And I know that sounds crazy because, what a great reward. But, yeah, it's like, it's kind of not for my benefit. What am I going to do there? It's just a thing to do. It's a thing to plan. I don't even have to pay for the fucking airplane ticket. My mom's going to pay for it. So why not fucking go back? Like I said, it takes a fucking hour and a half to fly there. But I haven't thought out this phase yet. Like, once I'm here, now what? Now what do I do? Chill? I mean, I don't want to keep filming me just wandering around because it's fucking... I'm the only one that's enjoying that. It's like, whoa, look at that over there, man. That's amazing. And you're sitting at home going, dude, it's nothing. It's like a crick. Like, what the fuck? Who cares if it's... Go fuck yourself. So, yeah. It's kind of funny. I'm in the position of... that I've worked hard to get to, but now what?